Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new, hi, nice to meet you. My name's Ashley, and if you are returning, welcome back. If you watch my recent videos, you know that I am pregnant, and I am currently 23 weeks pregnant. And so we already chose a name, which is really good. I know some people wait until like they give birth and it's a whole stressful thing, but we figured it out because we talked about it before. But I wanted to share with you guys some baby names I love but will not be using, mostly because my husband doesn't like them, or like it just doesn't fit for our family. So today I'm going to be sharing girl names. I'm having a boy, so all of these names I really like, but I probably won't ever use, but there's still a chance since we're not having a girl. I'm not going to be sharing like name meanings or anything like that in this video because it's a little bit more casual. But if you want more baby name videos, please comment down below and I'll try to do more of those for you guys. So the first name on my list, I actually found when I was in my first trimester and I didn't know if it was a boy or a girl yet. And that is the name Kailea. And this name I just thought was so beautiful because it's so unique. I've never heard it before. Has the nickname Kai and ends in an A, which makes it really feminine. But also the meaning of it is sea of joy, and I thought that was so cute because it kind of describes how you feel like when you find out you're having a baby and stuff like that. So I thought it was really special. So I brought my husband in so he can say his piece on why he does not like these names, just in case I say something wrong.
I'm very particular with names. I feel like names are important and people try too hard or they don't try hard enough on names. And names are a big part of a person's life.
Okay. So why didn't you like Kailea?
It sounds made up. It sounds like just two names smushed together. Like, I don't know. They tried taking like Kylie and Leia and they just smushed it.
I disagree. But my second name is a pair of names, and that is Ivy. And I think Ivy is way too popular. I really don't want to give my child a popular name because I have a popular name and that was so frustrating. It's still frustrating, like when you order food, they call your name, but there's a different Ashley, or you are in a class and there's 4 different Ashleys. It's happened to me so many times. So I would go for the vintage option, which is Iva.
Iva.
Iva. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever told me that name?
No. Because you didn't like Ivy, so I just said no, I'm not going to tell him about Iva.
Iva.
The reason I like Ivy and Iva is because it's like very like natural to me. Like I like the image that comes to my head when I think of Ivy.
Ivy, I don't think Ivy's that bad, but I just don't see it as like a legitimate first name. Like I feel like it's more of like, I don't know, like a nickname or a middle name. Or like a pet's name. I don't know.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But Iva, that's what it is, Iva?
Iva. Mm-hmm. What do you think of it?
I feel like it's like a word.
Iva?
Instead of saying like I've been, Iva. Like I've been doing this for mad long.
That's so dumb.
It doesn't sound like a name to me.
Okay, it doesn't sound like a name to you. Expand your horizons. That's the lesson of this video. My next name, I know that he likes because we both like this name and we had talked about it before, but it is too common for me now. And that is the name Aaliyah. And I also like the name Alina, and I thought they were close enough to put together. I always liked the name Aaliyah ever since I was little. Whenever I had like a baby doll or a Build-A-Bear or something, I always named them Aaliyah because I like the singer. And I think I kind of got tired of it because I had seen a lot of people being named Aaliyah.
I liked Aaliyah for a long time. With the double A, right?
Double A, yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of issues with that name. If anything, it's just common, like you said.
So you like it? You would use it?
Yeah, I would use it.
Okay. How about Alina?
Alina?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Sounds like Alana, but with a random E.
Alina. I liked that one when I was younger too. I'd found it online. The next name is just so, I don't know. I first heard it because I watched Guys and Dolls at a high school, and one of the characters is named this, and it was like my favorite character from the show. I thought she was so funny. But this is a vintage name, and it's the name Adelaide.
It reminds me of like, it would have been in like an 80s movie of like a young schoolgirl who went to Catholic school or something.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that. It just seems like an older name.
So you don't think it's good enough for today?
Adelaide. That's what it was?
Adelaide. Mm-hmm.
Adelaide. I mean, if I heard a kid with the name Adelaide, I wouldn't like think anything of it, but I wouldn't like it for my kid.
I think it will be difficult for Spanish too. I don't know how you would say it. But another reason why I wouldn't use it is because the nickname Addie. I don't like that name. I can't picture a little Puerto Rican girl named Addie.
Where that Addie at?
Or the address. There we go. Yeah, I don't really like that nickname, and I know that people will inevitably call her Addie, so I don't like that. But I do like the name Adelaide.
Yeah, I shorten every name. Almost every person who I was like cool with or close to, I always shorten the name. It's like the first few letters, so I would do that. Okay,
so then the next name he hates, I know this because I have talked about this name to him before. But one thing about me is I really love Greek names. There's something about them that just sounds so nice. And I love them. And this name is the name Calliope, or Callista is the other name I like. I love it. I like those names like Penelope, Calliope, Ariadne, all of those names I think sound so cool.
Calliope sounds like a lot, and it reminds me of a caterpillar.
Calliope?
Yeah.
Well, she'll be nicknamed Callie, so it's easier, but
that's not her name. Her name is Calliope.
Her name is Calliope.
I mean, I don't know. I don't like it. And then what was the other one?
Sorry. Callista.
Callista? Mm-hmm. It just reminds me of, what's that one? Is it a drink? Calypso?
Calypso.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a really cool name.
I associate names with a lot of things. So if I have a positive or negative relationship or connotation with the name, then I probably won't want to use it.
But Calypso is also a really cool name for like the middle spot. And I know you would never go for it, but I would use it. Calypso, it reminds me of like the ocean.
I'm all for uniqueness and uncommon, but I don't like things to be like out of left field. Like, I don't know. I like it to be somewhat, not normal.
You don't like rare names, you like unique names.
I guess.
Yeah, you want to have heard something like it before.
Yeah.
Also, for Calliope, I feel like when she goes to school, like little kids would make fun of her and call her PP.
Oh, no, no. But like Calliope, having like a 6-year-old named Calliope is cute. But when she's like 30, that's just gonna be weird.
No, in Vampire Diaries, there's a character named Calliope. They call her Callie, and she's
and
cool. Okay, so the next name I have is Capri. And Capri is such a cute name. I could see like a little blonde girl being named Capri. I really like that name.
It sounds like a Hollywood name. That, and it reminds me of Capri Sun. But
it reminds me of Capri Sun and Capri Pants. So, I mean, those are not bad things though. So I could like.
No, yeah, the name
live
isn't
with that.
bad. It just reminds me of like I said, like a Hollywood name.
Like Capri Sun is good, and Capri's pants, you know, they're kind of out of style, but they're alright. It's not something like Calliope where literally the last thing sounds like PP. That's bad. But Capri Sun, I would live with it.
And obviously, we mean no offense to anyone who has these names. It's just our opinion.
I love these names. I love them.
I don't.
I love them. Beautiful, beautiful. Also, Capri can't really be shortened to a nickname, and I really Cap, bruh.
I would for real call my kid Cap if the name was Capri.
That's so ugly.
Or Ree.
I don't like that, and I don't like names that you can't make nicknames for, like good nicknames. I'd rather have a long name that you can say a nickname for.
I'd find a nickname. I don't try. It just comes out. If I'm in a hurry, whatever comes out, comes out.
How are you gonna call a little girl
Capri,
Cap?
I'm calling her Cap. Probably.
Captain. Okay, my next name is Evelina.
Evelina or Eveluna?
Evelina. Evelina.
Because you tried giving me Eveluna, and I was like, that's way too much.
Yeah.
Is that on the list?
No.
That's too much. Evelina?
Evelina. Mm-hmm. Evelina is super nice because I feel like you can honor a person named Evelyn in your family. And then it's a longer name. So you could shorten it to Lena or Evie or something like that. I think it's really pretty. It's a really feminine name. It's a girly girl name.
It's not that bad. It's not as bad as I probably made it seem. But
no, Evelina is a really good name.
I wouldn't use it.
Somebody use this name, please. I love this name. So it's really, really beautiful. And also, my sister Yvette, we call her Evie. So I wouldn't want to name my daughter something that the shorter version is Evie, because then we would have two Evies, and that's kind of confusing. I have to say little Evie and big
It's
Evie.
Evelina.
Evelina.
People will probably just call her Lena.
Lena. Yeah.
At least I would call her Lena.
It's a little bit too girly for me though. I like a little bit more strength in the name. But it's beautiful. The next name I have is Lyra. Lyra.
Lyra.
And I really like this name because it reminds me of Greece. When I went over there, I did a little project for kids, where you make a little instrument.
I thought it was like an instrument
With popsicle sticks, and they were lyres.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like an instrument from Greek.
Lyra just reminds me of Myra.
Myra.
Which I have a cousin named Myra, but I mean.
The L sound is just so pretty, for girls and boys. But I really, really like that name. I've never heard it on anyone either, so it's really unique.
It's not bad. I wouldn't use it, but it's not bad.
Why wouldn't you use it?
Lyra. I don't know. Whenever I hear a name, I repeat it in 10,000 different ways in my head. Like me calling for the kid or me saying something to the kid, and I can't imagine saying Lyra and seeing my kid look at me. I don't know. I can't imagine calling my kid Lyra.
It doesn't fit with our family.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so the next name I have on this list is Magnolia. And I don't know why this name calls to me.
Isn't this table Magnolia?
It is Magnolia. It's from the Magnolia collection at Target. But Magnolia kind of reminds me of my mom's name, Migdalia.
Which is also my grandmother's name.
I really like that aspect of it. And also, Magnolia, you could nickname her Noli, a little cannoli. And I thought that was so cute. But the reason I wouldn't use it is because of the nickname Maggie.
I was gonna say, honestly, the nickname everybody's gonna call her is Maggie.
And I don't like that. I like Noli.
I don't think anybody would think first thing Magnolia. Noli.
But if you use it, people will use it.
I'm gonna say Maggie.
But like if she goes to school or something, people might make different names, you know. But I love that Magnolia with the nickname Noli, and it kind of sounds like my mom's name, Migdalia. I love it. It sounds familiar.
Magnolia does sound like one of those like older names. It's not terrible, but again, I wouldn't use it.
The vintage names are coming back though. Okay, the next name is kind of similar to like the nickname Noli, but it's the name Nola.
Nola. Like New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I think, because that's the abbreviation of the New Orleans Pelicans. NOLA.
I just think Nola is like a super cute, short, girly girl name. And it reminds me of my dad's name, which is Noel. So, I like the name Nola. I feel like if I convinced you, you would like it too.
Nola?
Yeah.
Nola.
Once you have your kid, the associations don't stick to it anymore. It's the kid's name.
Yeah, but Nola doesn't like sound good for me. I don't know.
Nola is such a good name. Somebody used that. Okay, the second to last girl's name on my list is the name Serafina. And this is another Greek name, I believe. Serafina.
Don't get me wrong, the Greeks have amazing names, but a lot of them are just like a lot. Like they're just super powerful names.
They're powerful names, that's what I love.
Like if you're a wuss and you got the name Serafina, like you're not doing the name any justice at all.
Well, Serafina lends to a lot of good nicknames. It's a really powerful name, and I actually met a girl named Serafina. She had like a British accent in college, and she was so cool, and I think like it made me have a positive association with the name. So I really like the name Serafina. In Spanish you could say it too pretty easily, but the reason I just would never use it is because my sister's name is Sarah. So Serafina and Sarah in the same family.
Serafina reminds me of like a superhero's name.
Serafina?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a cool name. I just want to use it.
You can call her Sarah. You can call her Fifi. That's cute for a little girl.
Fifi?
Yeah.
My God.
Serafina! That's a good name. Don't listen to him. Somebody will use it. Send it to me.
With every single name that she's told me, it's my job to come up with the worst excuse. The best excuse.
That's what he thinks his
not
job
to use
is.
It. So I'm just doing my job.
Okay guys, so my last name is very hard for me to say because I really love this name. I really love this name. And to be honest, I might use it in the future, but I don't know. But that's the name Athena. And Athena is just such a cool name, such a strong name. And it reminds me of when I went to Greece because I visited Athens. And I just love the name Athena. What do you think of the name? The
name Athena, I like it. It's just everybody's going to think of Athena.
The goddess Athena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think that I would rather give my child like a name that has biblical meaning because that's really special. So maybe that's why I wouldn't use Athena, but it's a really good name.
Like I said, the Greeks, they got some good names.
Okay, so that's all my names. Do you want to share your names?
Sure.
Okay.
So we have like 2 names that we said we wouldn't use because in the future, if we do have a daughter, we'd like to use one of them. So that narrowed my list down to like 2 of names that I actually like. So I had to actually research names that I thought were nice. So here's what I got. Well, the first one you already said, Aaliyah, with the double A. And then I like the name Naomi or Naomi. I think, what did I like better? Naomi?
Naomi you liked better.
I like the sound of Naomi, but I like the spelling of Naomi. What do you think?
I really like that name, Naomi, but I think it's common.
It is.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of these names, I've probably met someone who had a daughter who was really cute and was really like sweet. So I probably thought, oh, that would be cute to name my kid after them. But the next one is Elena. And what is it in English?
Elena.
Elena?
Mm-hmm. Like Vampire Diaries.
That name reminds me of someone who I would not like my kid to be associated with. So,
I really like the name Elena. I like it. It's nice.
Okay, so the next name, you tried getting me to like this name, and the name itself is nice, Kaylani. I don't know. It's a nice name.
I love Hawaiian names, which Kailea is a Hawaiian name. But a lot of Hawaiian names end with Lani, and Albert hates that.
I don't like the Ani. I just feel like a lot of people use it, so I'd rather not use it. Period. And then Layla is a nice name. It's also very popular, but it's a nice name. And you have a niece named Layla.
I have a niece named Layla, so that'll be awk.
Ariella. What did I hear that from? Where did I get that from?
You were looking at Social Security baby name list.
Ariella sounds cool.
Ariella is too girly for me. Ella is too girly for me.
Out of all of these names, I still have two more. The only names I would actually consider is Aaliyah and maybe Naomi. But the other ones are just names that I thought sound nice, but I would actually use.
Like, could you imagine an Ariella that is like super tough and like sports and like it's really funny?
I could.
Ariella?
Yeah.
I feel like Ariella is like a ballerina name.
I can imagine Ariella being on a softball team.
Ariella, maybe. Maybe.
We're judging so many people just based off their name. Eliana. I think that's a nice name, but you also have a niece named Eliana.
Eliana's a beautiful name.
Yeah, that's a nice name. And Eliza. I like the name Eliza.
I really like the name Eliza too, but I like the boy's name Elijah better, and I feel like if I used the name Eliza, I couldn't use the name Elijah.
Alexander Hamilton, the musical, really brought that name to my mind.
Eliza and Peggy. Yes, well, I like the name Eliza too. I wouldn't use it as well, which is the point of this video. But if you guys like this video and you want to see this, I was gonna say the Spanish version. If you want to see the boys version, please comment down below. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Leave your favorite girl names down below for us if you want. And like this video, share with someone who might like it or is looking for a name. I really love these names. They just weren't right for our family. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!